Darren. This is going to be part one of a kind of an inside documentary into starting up a TORA TCC car, building it, painting it, tuning it, and inevitably ending up in racing it. So first off, I've sent my entry in to the stewards, and I've chosen for a BMW M1. So first thing I'm going to do, hey Darren, how you doing? First thing I shall do is buy the car, which probably should have been something I should have done before. This, of course, in the background is my BMW ISCC car. If only I could drive that in the TCC, I might win a race or two then. Probably still wouldn't. Anyway, so let's go and buy the car. So scroll across to 1 Series M Coupe. So there's the car. Ooh, I don't know if I can afford it. It's 43,000. I've only got 33 million. What to do? I think I can afford it. So let's choose a colour. Let's go for white. Now, the other thing that I need to do, which I kind of still haven't done yet, is actually look at the car build specifications to see what I'm allowed to do. So let's flick across to the TORA forums. So here we are. This is the TCC area of the website, and I've got to scroll down to car list and build rules. Annoyingly, I think I've left my stream on upstairs. Hope you can't hear that. It'll just bug me instead of everyone else. So rear-wheel drive car build regulations, which this is. PI should be that, power that, weight that, year that. Okay, so basically I'm going to have these up on my other screen. Oh dear, have you run out of money? Not quite yet. I think I might be able to buy another million of them. I don't know, something silly. Yeah, if it's 33 million, it's only 43. That's 66. No, I can't bother calculating. It's the weekend now, so I'm not going to do that now. So anyway, I'm going to now look at this on my other screen rather than bug everyone else with it. So you can actually see me building the car. So let's go ahead and minimize that and go back to my, let's get rid of my cursor as well. I had a plague of doing that when the TORA Le Mans race was going on. It was always on the screen. I've learnt my lesson. Right, I'm now going to be lazy and put this microphone into a holder so I don't have to hold it. Right. Probably should have done this a bit farther in advance. So let's go back to the TCC build rules. So the first thing that I want to try and do is get it so it's within the limits. And then what I'll probably try and do is build a grippy version of the car and a top speed version of the car. So go for the minimum weight as much as I can, and then try another one with the highest horsepower I can. Car list and build rules. Ooh, now getting tangled with all these wires. Okay, so come on computer, you can do it. I believe in you. Right, now first thing I've actually just noticed is the aspiration for the cars is actually forced as turbo. So let's go ahead and go to upgrade and upgrade shop. So turbo or twin turbocharged. Well, the stream is internet is rubbish or the stream is lagging. I'm watching it on another computer and it doesn't seem to be lagging. I'm also looking at my XSplit, which is streaming it, and it says that no frames have been dropped. So, do apologise, but I don't think it's me. Right, turbo. That doesn't mean aspiration shot, does it? No, it won't mean that. That would be out of the rules, I'm pretty sure. Common sense says that to me, more than anything else. Twin turbo. Is there a single turbo? Stock twin turbo. Oh, it's got turbo on it anyway. Duncan Ray's turned up fashionably late. Okay, let's bring Duncan in so you don't have to listen to my vocal cords all the time. Hold on 2 seconds. Oh, that's loud. Oh, that's loud. Hopefully Duncan will pick up as soon as he can.
Why, hello.
Why, hello. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so go on.
Quickly go back to your point. Your car's already got twin turbos. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. I was thinking, hold on a second, and I went to the conversion and the aspiration swap, and it's more common sense that's saying to me this is going to be disallowed.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So,
So
how are we doing?
I bought the car so far.
Okay.
So the car has been purchased. So next, I'm looking through the build rules and seeing whereabouts I need to fit in. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go to weight.
Yes. Good.
Because the weight at the moment is 3,296 and the maximum weight it can be is 3,100, which kind of says to me that minimum I'm going to need to be on sport weight reduction, which brings it down to about 3,000 dead on.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and purchase that.
Your car is PI maximum of 575.
Now, the other thing I'm going to do as well is put the mandatory parts on.
Yes.
So it has to have adjustable front and rear aero.
Mm-hmm.
Next is it has to have a full race roll cage, which isn't that one, it's going to be this one. Race roll cage has been purchased. Race brakes.
Yep.
And race tyres. And as I said a bit earlier in the stream, all of this information is found on the forum, so go on there and just find out. Oh, drag tyre compound, that would be interesting. Race tyre compound. Why have you not thought about doing TCC with drag tyres? Oh, Nightbot's kicking your ass.
Oh no, yeah. Stop spamming. What?
Oh, Darren K says his internet has decided to let him watch the stream now, which is brilliant news. Okay, so
I'll keep trying to post the link to TORA. I keep saying message deleted.
I see.
Darren, yes, it's an epic fail.
I don't know why, because I'm pretty sure I allowed links to be put on there, but either way, what we'll do is this video is going to be uploaded to YouTube pretty much straight after I've done it, and I'll have all the links in terms of the TORA TCC build rules and the forums and everything like that on that video.
Okay, so your maximum PI is 575, so you've got a bit of PI to play with.
Yeah, so race tyres, race brakes, race roll cage, front and rear aero, and it's already turbocharged.
Yeah.
That's already done. So, and now I need to make sure that the power fits in, which it does, and I also need to make sure that the weight fits in, which that does as well. So my kind of base build at the moment seems to be where am I looking? So I'm at 552.
Yes.
For my PI at the moment, whereas the PI, so I've got another 20 something PI to play with.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save this as base, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a grippy build and a fast build.
And then go somewhere between the middle.
It depends on what works out best, I suppose, and also depends on what track's coming up as well. Because I could probably chop and change the build per race. I would imagine.
You can, yeah. That's no problem. Do that.
Toby, says Duncan.
Yeah, my Google
Toby,
keeps falling over.
Your Google keeps falling over.
Yeah, Google Box. Anyway,
Okay.
have you pre-ordered Forza 5 limited edition yet?
I haven't got the money because not only have I got to pre-order Forza 5, I've also got to pre-order an Xbox to go with it.
Oh, don't worry about that. Just go to the store and go, please give me an Xbox. I'm sure they'll say yes.
So what I need to do now, the maximum horsepower that I can have is 350. So if I go to here, I always love doing the exhaust because it gives good weight and torque and power. But let's have a look. Top horsepower I can have is 350, and just by doing one up gives me 351, so that I can't actually put that on there. Which means I've got to go even smaller than that. That's 154, that's 158, 140, 145. So I can do that. I'm going out of there, don't want to do that. Sorry?
Well, wait first.
Oh no, I'm building a power build first.
Okay.
So that breaks it up to 393. I think that's too high, so I'm going to not do that. Now intercooler. That only picks it up to 5352. So if I put that back to stock and go back to the intercooler, I can actually get it dead on 350. Works for me. Now maximum PI is 578. Is it per car or is it literally just it has to be between 575 and 578?
No, your maximum PI is 575.
Oh, because on the rear-wheel drive car build regulations it says PI is between...
Yes.
But
It should say, yes, I see what Jamie's done there. It's PI between 575 or 578. Your car is BMW and the maximum is 575.
okay, so it is car specific.
Yes. I'll adjust that now.
Right. So what car's rear-wheel drive can be 578?
You've got the 2011 Audi RS3 Sportback, 2003 Lexus.
Oh no, I do see it. If I scroll down on there, you've actually got 578, 575 next to those cars. So I understand now. Okay, so 575 is my maximum horsepower build.
Yes.
So I'm currently on 559 and I've got all of the horsepower that I can get out of it. So let's go for platform and handling. Let's put some nice springs on. That'll bring down the weight and also allow me to adjust some bits. Same with the roll bars, which is good for low speed corners. Toby Duncan.
There you go. I've got times 2 BMWs in Romania.
I think roll bars in TCC, if I'm thinking correctly with my brain noggin, is that the anti-roll bars are going to be quite important because TCC is quite tight racing, and anti-roll bars are good for tight corners. So I think roll bars are going to be essential for such racing.
Yeah, I think adjustable tuning capability and everything is essential, really.
Transmission, we'll go for quick transmission as well. This actually seems like I can actually do quite a lot with this. I'm on 570. And now it's going to be the tyre width.
Yeah.
So...
Let's think about this. You want to put your fronts, you want to put your rears up wider and your fronts slightly less.
But it's rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think rear-wheel drive is going to be a much more balanced thing. I think if I go one level up for both front and back, and that leaves me 2 PI for a nice set of rims.
Okay.
So I can get a nice set of BBSs on there. They look nice.
Which one's you going for?
BBS RE.
Okay, that's cool. And you got one more PI to. I think you could put a drive line or get some more weight on the car. Flywheel maybe.
I've got to get more weight.
Right, no, you can get one weight down, can't you? You got 574 at the moment.
Oh, I thought that was 575. Oh, crikey. Okay, let's go for the next BBS up then. 575. Done.
There you go. Sorted.
Okay, so this is technically going to be a speed build. I think especially with speed as well, the narrower the tyres might entice quicker speeds down the straights as well, rather than going for the grip, because it's not going to be creating as much friction.
No.
Okay, so I've got a base build for going for grip, sorry, for speed, so I'm going to call this speed. Everyone's a bit chatting, everyone's a bit chat, that's not a sentence, everyone's a bit quiet in chat at the moment, but it's nice to have you here. Okay, so a base speed build as a very early starting point has been built. I will now load up the base again and go for grip, and having pretty much no weight on it at all as well. So let me increase the width of my tyres somewhat. I will also go for the quick gearboxes. Suspension is a must. Now, can I get any more weight loss? No, that jumps it all the way up to 591, so that's pretty much going to be a no, however I look. Ah, you're finishing off the design for your Sirocco. Ah, cool. Okay. Which probably means that, again, it's going to be a case of getting some nice rims, and everyone's favourite lightweight are either Work or Volk. Which, even then, doesn't seem to go all the way to 575. Wonder what else I can do to this. Let's put another on the one on the fronts, just to give it more front end grip. Done. I'm now going to save this as grip. So I've got two sort of basic builds for a speedy car and a grippy car. No tuning has been done on it yet. That'll be where it all falls apart. How are you at tuning, Duncan?
Awful.
Awful. There we go.
So, I might be able to give you some hints and tips. Let me just, I'm just trying to find. I did have a document page with all my
Ooh.
setups on my spreadsheets. So give me a second.
One thing I would like to ask from you is, do you have the TCC number boxes?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm kind of going to go against the rules somewhat, in the sense that normally TCC box requests would be done on the forums, and there is a specific area on the forums to request these boxes. However, I'm doing it just by talking to someone from staff. So normally you would send the request there and they'd be sent across, but Duncan, can you send me the number boxes?
Yes, when I'm online. I can't get online.
Ah, okay, not a problem at all.
It's my PC, so I'll send them over tomorrow.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a very basic paint on it, because I think war paint gets you in the mood. So that's not the right button. I wanted paint car. Now I'm always one for a nice warm grey for testing, so that's probably a bit too warm grey. That will do. And just to give it a bit more of a lighter feel, I'm going to have some white of them. Black tyres, just to get rid of that. That's cool, Darren. I don't really want to sort of go into my sort of friends list on this stream, but I do appreciate it. But I'm trying to keep away from the home button. I've turned notifications off as well, so it's nice and clean, if that makes sense. But thank you for the offer. Anyway, so what I'm also going to do as well, something I created, is something I made earlier. is I have got a Twitch vinyl group. I didn't want to go into that, did I? I wanted to go into apply decals. So let's load Twitch on there. There we go. Let's just spin that a little bit. How does that fit about there? Oh, that looks alright. Maybe a bit smaller.
Okay, so let's have a look.
Now I'm a bit of an OCD guy when it comes to these vinyl groups. So spin, I've done the previous one at 17.4. So spinning the other way, you're looking at 360 minus that, which is 142.6. 142.6. There we go.
So, you're going to put the vinyls on first. Do you want to take the car for a blast after you just put the vinyls on?
I will, yes. It would also mean turning the sound on my TV so I can actually hear the car. So,
That would be help.
so
Here's an interesting thing. Now, how do you feel like with the smart glass stuff? I think painting on Forza 5 will be a lot more interactive.
what's that again? Sorry.
Painting on Forza 5 with smart glass and like a tablet or something.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh really?
Richie's finding out more details next week.
Is this something that's in public knowledge then, or is this like a Tora exclusive?
No, I think this is more like specutainment, really. Specutainment with
Specutainment.
with more proof.
What Hindy found out about this before
Yes.
anyone else did?
Nah, I think it's. I think we have to do a bit more things. Hopefully, with the actual initial release or a patch after. I think that's the way they're going
Okay.
towards. But I do like that logo. I think that looks quite cool. Already, I quite like the base colour. It's different. Would you do your paint as a Twitch sponsored car?
At the moment, and this is something that I did put in the post that I put on the forums, is I've got an idea for a color scheme to try and match with the actual Twitch website. I want to have a bit of white, a bit of black, and a bit of purple.
Okay.
That's my an original thought at the moment. How that's all going to lay out, I'm not sure. That's still to come. But at the moment, that's my general sort of feelings of what I want to do with this car.
Okay.
And I've got to have my race number on there as well, just so I can remind myself who I am. There we go.
I've just posted to you a build. Just a basic settings.
Got to try and find... There it is. It's down there. Actually, I'm going to put that up there. Okay, so very base car. No tuning done on it whatsoever, but at least I can then get a feel for the car and see what I would...
What you need to do with it.
Oh my word.
What's the matter?
That's a bit of a head start. Sending all of those... Sorry, is that through testing of this particular car? Those are settings that you found?
That's just like a generic test one I kind of do.
Okay.
Generic rear-wheel drive car.
I will keep it in mind.
Okay, think about it. Good. Where are you going to test? Because testing is always important. Which track you choose to test the car as well.
Where's the first race meeting at?
Well, here's the point. The first meeting is at Silverstone National. However, you're going to make up all your time if you build a car specifically for that circuit.
Well, that to me would seem like it's more going to be my power build.
Yes, and
that would work for that track.
National after that,
which is probably a bit more twisty.
Yeah, twisty, but it has also it's quite accelerating out of corners. So you do need a bit of bits to scuba.
Well, accelerating out of corners, both of my builds have got the full gearboxes and everything on there. So
okay, so you can actually have a 3 or 4 gear corner car. Mugello Club, then Sunset again. That would be a power build, and the last one would be Nürburgring GP Short. So,
in fact, rather than turning my volume up on that thing, I'm just going to use the TV sound.
Nürburgring GP Short would probably be a good place to test your car because of the way that circuit actually feels. Or Catalunya National.
Okay, so let's go to cars. Let's go to my cars.
Are you in a power build now?
No.
Okay, feel the twisty one. Try Nürburgring.
Ooh, so is it Nürburgring the full track or the short track? Did
The
you
short
say
track, yeah. I did put
short
forward
track?
for the full track, but no one listened to me. Oh, why then cars next to you? Are they?
How do you go to test it? I'm trying to
Oh,
remember now.
yeah. Back, go back,
I thought there was like a testing in your garage.
and go back again, and then back again.
Okay, yeah, so it's just have to be through upgrade and test drive.
Yeah.
I could have sworn there was a setting that's inside the garage where you could just take it through a
Make
test
sure
drive.
you test drive under limited damage, because it will affect this high heat.
So would it be better if I just created a lobby?
You could do. You can try. You can get times in, can't you? But
Okay,
you, no, actually test in here because it'd be easy because you can make adjustments into the car. That's easy. That's easy.
okay. And then those adjustments I can then test in real world scenario with limited damage.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, so it is Grand Prix circuit and it's a short circuit.
Yeah.
Right, I need to make it so I can actually hear the car because I've got manual gears, but not so the microphone picks it up.
Okay.
Cool, half an hour done already. I'm thinking this series of videos doing, about an hour each.
Mhm.
When I've done the base bit of tuning,
Yeah.
then what I'll probably look to do next week is I will look to do the paint of the car, and then the final Tuesday before the actual race is doing the real in-depth tuning.
Yes.
So it's very basic tuning just for now, just to get a feel for the car. Excuse me, my voice is really croaky today.
Have you seen the race rule of how it actually starts? Race one starts.
No.
Okay, race starts on when the time gets to 20 seconds. So everyone goes into the grid. Everyone's formed up in grid places on a pre-lap around a short circuit somewhere. So there's no parade lap unlike last season. So the opening lap starts where everyone stands on the start, and when it gets to 20 seconds on the countdown or 20 seconds on the timer, you go at 20 seconds.
Okay.
So it's basically taking the emphasis away of the 3, 2, 1 go. It's like, you have to get your clutch and braking points right.
Cool. So let's start driving the car.
And give us initial feel back when you first go into the first corner. Bear in mind it's opening lap on cold.
I'm going to restart this for the reason that... no, I'm going to quit this actually. For the main reason I haven't got my clutch on.
That would help.
That would help.
Epic fail.
I think, and especially with TCC, clutch is a must.
Yes.
I've just suddenly realised that your little Skype thing's poking on the top right of my stream, so I'm just going to get rid of that.
Okay, cool.
Get lost.
And it's gone. Way!
That's better.
People's going to see me abuse now on your Twitch, aren't they?
It's just going to be your name. It's just going to be 20 minutes of Selective Rogue. This is Selective Rogue stream. Assist and deceased, what? Manual with clutch. I don't want traction control on either. And I think normally I would. No, actually no, not for TCC.
Yeah, traction control
But,
forced off at TCC.
oh, is it?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Well, that's going to have to be full stuff anyway.
Yeah, damage and fuel switch to limited.
There we go. Okay, so that helps a lot. Braking, I'll keep that as that.
Steering,
Okay.
try simulation. You might go a bit quicker in TCC.
No, I'm not doing simulation. The only time that I did simulation was when I would be like, oh, I'm going right a bit too far. Let's steer left. Oh, I'm off the track. The tank slappers you get on simulation with the controller is ridiculous. If I had a wheel,
Yep.
definitely simulation.
Me, which you might say probably not.
Cool, this thing's quite powerful. Just sitting on the line and just revving the engine, you can see how much flex there is in there.
Yeah, it's nice.
Right, initial drive.
Okay, you've just got to get started going on the stream. So you're coming down to the first corner, which is quite a sharp hairpin. How are you finding that?
Yeah, I'm going to take the first couple of laps quite easy because the last time that I drove was in a prototype at Le Mans.
Yeah, so this might be a bit different. A bit more heavier.
So I'm going to start off very slow and then...
Get the apex. Hit the apex. Just remember, it goes slowly to go faster. That's how you go faster.
Hello, you old muffin. How you doing?
Remember, you have to go slowly. I remember when you we were going around for season. Now I'm trying to think which season. It must have been 2 years ago when we did the when we did the GTs and the BMWs. Me, you, and Travis. I did tons of
In the
practice.
GTs,
Yeah.
yes. Was that the Z4?
No, it was the old. It was the big coupe. It was the M3.
I see.
Yes, we were actually doing miles.
Oh yeah, that was that in the production
Yeah,
class?
that was productions. Remember
Crikey.
Forza 3? That was a really good series actually. That was really good.
And there we have Duncan drinking live on stream.
Sorry. So Darren's commented, if you keep driving like this, he'll beat you.
Yeah. You will do. But bear in mind, you've seen how much I've done with this car so far throughout my entire Forza history. I've never driven this car before, so...
Change subject. I'm going to completely go off Forza. You've seen the new GTA trailer?
I have.
It looks very, very good. I'm very impressed. So be part of purchasing that.
But is it going to be on PC?
It will be. Apparently,
Ooh.
rumoured. But not till the fall, so not till Christmas time. So, do we wait till Christmas time? Who knows?
As if I'm not spending enough money. Oh, there's my lap prick all gone and ruined.
A bit wide. How are you finding the car anyway? What's it feel like so far? Initial impressions?
It's feels pretty good. I mean,
You get
the
understeer. Nice.
it's not so much understeer, but the back end seems to turn the car into the corner,
Okay, so
which does actually feel quite good. It's actually like a more of a controlled slide without the traction control on. So
you can use that to your advantage, can't you? Because some people don't like that, and I do like that as well. I like the car when you naturally brake. It feels like it's helping turn the car as well. It becomes very light, and you can get the power down quite easy out of the corners. But how does it feel as in weight and power?
feels a little heavy.
Yep.
But I'm not saying that as a bad thing. It's not like it's a ferry cruise liner that you're trying to poke into a corner. Any lap times that we've got for this track so far, or?
No, not this circuit. No.
Okay.
I'll try and find out from
There
last
you
season.
go. I'll set the benchmark.
I'll find out from last season.
TCC is really not my driving style. I think the only grace that I've got with this is it's rear wheel drive, and that is what I'm used to. So
Front wheel drive's not too bad once you've got the Civic's really nice.
yeah, but especially with TCC when it's really a must to leave your traction control off. Well, it's now mandatory to leave your traction control off. You're putting the power onto the front tyres, but you're also trying to steer with the front tyres when you're coming out the corner, and both the two don't go together, which is when a lot of understeer comes into it. I'm missing my gear changes here.
That's true. I'm trying to find some lap times for you.
Whereas with this one, it's going to be a lot easier to get out of the corner better than a front-wheel drive car because they're both working independently, doing their own jobs. Which I imagine is one of the main reasons why the rear-wheel drive cars have a much less PI than the front-wheel drives.
Yeah. Okay. Nürburgring GP short time. So people have been doing last year in the BMW 136.320.
A 136.320?
Yeah.
Well, I'm already on a 136.8.
There you go.
Is it the same? Is it roughly the same
That's
spec?
exactly the same build. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're onto a good start already. 135s. Oh, actually, this goes against the 133s. I'm just trying to find some timing, live timing. I can find you.
Oh dear, way too wide.
Let me find you at the qualifying times, and I can tell you what I did, and then we can do a benchmark.
It's interesting if it's exactly the same build as well.
Yes. TCC. Oops. There we go. Old documents, just going to take me one to open up.
Yo, Muffin, not all night. No, I'm going to be doing this this video probably for until on the hour. I would expect, and then maybe doing some other bits later on. What's Duncan's plans tonight?
But shooting down planes.
Shooting down planes. You're still plastering Facebook with War Thunder
I
videos
am. I am.
and
I am
pictures.
quite addicted to that game now. I need to get. I need to level up so I can get a measure split. VF 109. No, I'm nowhere near that at the moment. So let me find out for you, Simon. So you're on Nürburgring Shores, aren't you?
You're just setting up for
There we go.
a quick start on the
Nürburgring
next one.
So.
If the stream isn't quite working for you, Darren, I will be uploading it to YouTube straight afterwards, and that way it will be a lot smoother for you. So,
Fastest BMW was set by STR Warspite. It was a
locked up.
133.457. Next one was
Basically drifted around that corner.
So you're looking around, the very fast times are 133, and then you get to
Oh.
134s, down to 136s, and then you got 137s for the bottom lobbies. So mid-range is probably about a 134.
At least I'm in the 107% rule.
So at least you're inside the rule, Simon. It's an untuned car.
There isn't a 107% rule, is there?
No, there's not. Don't worry. And you're an untuned car as well, so you've got plenty of time to make up and get the tyres warm. I mean, what's the tyre temp as well? That's all critically important when you're getting these tyres warmed up.
I kind of messed up the start of this lap, so what I'll do is I'm just going to finish this lap, which might still be a good lap, and do one more, and then what we'll do is we'll switch over to Silverstone.
Okay, and go around there, yeah. You might work a bit better around there.
I'm actually wondering whether the car engine sounds a bit too quiet on the stream. Might have to turn it up a little bit. No, I'll leave it at that, I think. Okay, let's I'll quit out of that and put the speed build on. What I'll also do is I'm going to turn the car volume up because I think it's a little quiet.
Yes.
Okay, that's a bit better. Can you speak for me, Duncan, just to make sure that you're not being drowned out?
Hello, I'm here.
Fine, perfect.
So how did you find that car initially then? Did you find it a bit okay? Okay to work with?
Loved it. I think the fact that it's rear-wheel drive is much more going to agree with my driving style than the old front-wheel drive. And I think that's one of the main reasons what put me off the touring cars is I just did not get along with front-wheel drives. So, okay, so let's go back to tune setup and
Let's try this.
we'll
See what
go with... Actually, what I want to do first is load up... no, I want to load up speed. Heavier, but more horsepower. And actually, come to think of it, with aero, I want to take all of that off as well. I would imagine. And let's just put the tyres at 29.5 each.
front one 29.5 and the rear 29.
I've got to do as I'm told, apparently. 29.0 at the rear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And is that for rear-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the base.
So let's take that to
give that a
Silverstone.
go.
So we'll do a couple of laps around Silverstone.
I think what would probably be good if you get the likes of Takumi or somebody of that his level or Wignett involved, maybe a broadcast who can help you go through how to tune the car properly.
What I think what would be awesome is the next stream is going to be doing the paint and
Yeah.
doing the war paint, and it might be pretty good to maybe have someone else involved who
Mm.
also is quite passionate about painting cars
Mm-hmm.
and maybe getting their sort of tips and tricks for painting. And then on the third stream when I'm tuning the car, as you said, get someone like Takumi or a really good tuner to join that stream and to
Yeah.
just discuss about how they go about from start to finish in tuning a car.
Yeah, definitely, that'd be quite good. And you could get the likes of Rich Matt or somebody else from the community, whoever wants to help painting and stuff. There are a lot of good painters out there.
Cool. So, like me, what?
There you go. And like me,
I've not
you just...
painted anything for such a long time.
I know, I just can't paint cars. You wait for... Okay. So it's all about apex on the last entry here. It's all about breaking into the tight corner.
Yeah, I normally brake halfway through the apex on the left-hand side here. I'll have to see whether that's about the same. Cold tyres. I'm blaming that on cold tyres.
Cold tyres are drifting. Okay. Missing the apex. But it's not too bad if you miss the apex there, because you can carry a lot more speed running out wide there.
This one I always find a really tricky corner because you got that gap in the middle and it's trying to find the right apex.
Yeah, you're coming outside. You just want to stick to the inside here.
And if you go too early, then you do that.
Yeah, you really want to just slow yourself down and stick to that apex. And here, you just want to just hug in tight sometimes. But some people, yeah, and then drift out wide so you hit the apex on the outside.
Okay, so let's go for a time. What sort of times have been set for Silverstone? I imagine there'd be quite a few more than...
Yes, I've got times coming up now. So 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute.
1 minute?
Yeah,
What, dead?
yeah. That's by really fast, stupid people. Not stupid people. I mean really fast, stupid, fast people. 102s to 101s average times.
So I'm probably expecting like a 103, I'd expect. With my mistake. Yeah, about 104. I think from my first lap on a... I'd say an untuned car. It's got no downforce and it's got soft tyres. Oh no, 102.5. From my 102.5
Oh,
very
okay.
first lap.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, 102 point. Yeah, people go in 102s.
Darren K says he's done a 102.6 in his Sirocco, but he's not done any tuning it either.
Ah, very
So
good.
about the same sort of pace then.
Very good.
We might be during races beating panels together.
I think we might find like...
We're losing wing mirrors.
Yeah, I think you might find lots of Ashley Settle into the 59s and 58s.
If he's got a really good paint job, it'll end up being on my car by the end of the race. How on earth did I get minus 3/10 off this lap? I've no idea where I did that. I'm going to have to watch my own replay now.
Hit the apex. Keep it a bit tighter there.
Oh, that was a bit on edge.
Yeah, just keep it a bit tighter around there. So give me tips here, that's not good.
I think the issue I'm going to have with that particular corner is it goes over a little hump, which means I get the back end stepping out.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch out for that.
But initially, that's very competitive that time for an untuned car.
That was a lot better, that corner.
Ooh. drifted out wide there.
I think this morning might have to be a bit of a gearbox play for that last corner. I think the other thing as well is you really got to get it smooth, haven't you?
Yeah, it's all about control and keep your power down around here. It's
See, something I've got into a habit of doing is going down into first gear to use the engine to slow the car down a bit more, and then just as I go into the corner, go into second gear so I don't get the wheel spin. Oh, a bit wide there. Oh dear. Let's just drift it. Oh, I lost 3/10. How did that happen? I don't think so. I've got a question on the chat back saying, is this series going to be on Motors TV?
yes,
It is?
yes,
Really?
yes. That's
Oh.
our next project. Hasn't really announced. Well, there you go. Then announced.
Oh, well, it just has.
Yes, that's why we're not allowing BTC replicas in the game, in the actual championship.
So I've got a stream exclusive there.
Yeah, so we'll be getting that started off. Rusty's going to be joining us on War Thunder as well later.
Oh, is he?
See
Oh, brilliant.
us, yeah, and he's actually been accepted his golf into the championship. He's doing his Mark 1 golf and Mark 2 golf into the VW Cup. He's actually racing in real life now.
That's awesome.
So yeah, this will be going out on Motors TV. Don't know which lobbies are going to be going on. I think it might probably be the top lobbies they'll be concentrating on, but we'll try and get every lobby in. Not too sure how we're going to run it. It probably might be just be the best lobbies of the best races we can find that night. So that'd be good fun.
Okay, what other circuits can we do? And we'll do another circuit for the last 10 minutes.
Let's go around to Scuba. That's always quite a tricky circuit. But
Oh,
you got potential there, Simon. You got some good potential, and you
I've
get
already
that
got
car.
some repair work to do on my
Ah,
car.
no. You've
Oh
done that.
no.
Yeah, you've done that. You've done a beat.
Darren K says hopefully he'll get on telly. Darren K, what's your gamer tag? I'm quite interested to, because I think especially with Xbox things, people are normally related by their gamer tags. So I'll have to switch over back to the grip build. Tsukuba, really?
Awesome circuit. Look at that circuit.
What other tracks are there? Let's go onto the calendar. Let's read out the calendar on the stream as well.
I'll read you through the calendar. So we have, where are we? Season calendar. So we start off on the 3rd of September at Silverstone National. 17th of September is Catalonia National.
Okay.
1st of October is the Scuba Fall. 15th of October is Mugello Club.
Ooh.
29th of October is Sunset Fall Reverse. And then the final round is the 12th of November, which is Nürburgring GP Shorts. A week. I think it's about 4 days before. That might be actually launch day for the Xbox One. So you might not get any staff turn up to that.
I'll be the only one that turns up because I haven't got an Xbox One yet, and I'll win the championship.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be quite hilarious. That would be very funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Exclusive for your stream, Simon, we are working very hard behind the scenes to put together the North American Touring Car Championship. A lot of our compadres from the across the pond in the States and North America and South America have been asking about that series and how come we can't have it. Unfortunately, staff based in the UK cannot run that series due to work commitments. However, we are working on getting help for our North American staff to help run that championship. So watch this space.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. So, okay, so I'm just gonna switch over to my grip build. I'm gonna make the same kind of changes on that car as well. in terms of the, I
Hmm.
think slightly less
Here's a question.
downforce.
What's your favourite car in Forza to drive?
That's a question and a half.
It's a good question,
Favorite
isn't it? Yeah,
car.
it's a good
I've
question.
actually I've still got so many old cars. This was like the Toyota MR2 Championship that I did some testing for. I've still got all those cars just sitting in there. They're in the clubhouse as well. That was this MX-5 was a project that never really took off. That was something else I was trying to do behind the scenes. That's my car. Pretty much my car in real life, just not the M version. Oh, that car looks familiar. I think this is probably my proudest car,
Yes,
this
because that
one.
car went on an actual real racing car.
Because that actual car went onto an actual real circuit using my paint. Yeah. So
Yes.
this car I'm also quite proud of because that was one where after the brick car, the Mission Motorsport guys actually wanted the paint scheme so they could continue driving it, and they loved it. So I sent that across. Um, I used to be obviously the GT organizer for TORA. So this is my collection of GT cars, which is quite substantial. Even some of the cars that never made it into the GT season, ones that
Oh,
just didn't quite fit in. So like the 430, that was just too overpowered.
we got the, the Viper we've got to fit in quite well now.
Sorry?
The Viper fits in quite well now.
Oh, nice.
That's quite nice now. GT spec.
I mean, and also some of the paints as well that you see on here, actually, well, like that one, people recognise this paint. I normally would get those paints and select them sheerly for video purposes as well.
Yes.
Um, and then this was TPR Box's paint when he switched over and actually had a paint on his car. This car looks familiar. Do you recognise this one, Duncan?
Oh, Cyber Aston Martin. Oh,
Cyber
yes.
Aston Martin. Huh.
Hmm.
Hmm. I've got a Beetle because my brother had a Beetle like this. I've got a Volkswagen Golf because this was my first car. Um,
Or GTI.
Not a GTI, no.
I was going to
It
say.
was just a 1.6.
Yeah, sure.
Mugen Integra. That was a dominant car in Forza 2, but I've kind of kept that because it was gifted to me. So yeah, so quite a few. But favorite car. I think it's very difficult to choose a favorite car because I don't know whether it would be like a prototype. I've got a couple of cars, one or two. There's a Beach Dean. That was a paint that I started but never quite finished. Oh, we got the Race of Champions cars. I don't think I could choose Duncan.
It's quite a hard choice, isn't
I
it?
think I think I think for the sake of this stream, I'd have to go
Yeah.
with the. There's another car that never really took off. The Toyota MR2 Rogue Motorsport. That was the initial plan, wasn't it?
Yeah, that kind of died a death.
And it was replaced by the M3. I'd have to say with the M3 mainly because I own a BMW X3 Series and I did the paint that race in real life. So I'm going to go for that one.
Oh, it's BMW. Okay, that's cool.
So there is a question that Darren K says he's got an all difficult question. Or I don't know whether that's a comment of what's your favourite car is a difficult question or he has a difficult question for me.
I think it
But
could be the difficult question of what we just spoke about.
okay. So what I'll do is I've got my grip build on. I'm just going to make a couple of minor changes and we'll fade the stream out with doing a few laps around Tsukuba and talk about the next stream, which is going to be on Tuesday. So tune setup. Let's just make the PSI a bit more correct. Let's put the aero on quarter. There we go. There was a comment about the favourite car. What's your favourite car, Darren K? What's your favourite car, Duncan?
Too many to choose from. Porsche 962.
Porsche, Porsche, Porsche,
Porsche,
Porsche.
1971 Carrera. GT2. So there's loads. It's going to be a Porsche, but it's not. It depends which Porsche I'll be in the mood for.
Just say the Porsche 911, and it kind
Yeah.
of covers quite a broad
A broad
spectrum.
spectrum of years and years, decades, and lifetimes. So yeah, it's good.
Cool. So right. Well, it's a full circuit for scuba, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So Darren K is going to tell me on Tuesday what his favourite car in Volder is. But no, we'll fade the stream out with a few laps around here. Next stream, as I mentioned, is going to be on Tuesday. That's where I'm going to be doing the paint of the car
Ooh.
and
Have
sort
you
of
got
fine tuning with that.
got an idea for paint?
The paint itself is going to be, I think, it's going to be sort of maybe a bit of grey, but mainly sort of black and white and purple,
Okay,
as it's going to be like a Twitch TV style
that's cool.
paint. If anyone has any sort of ideas in their head of what it could look like as a Twitch TV styled,
If you just do a paint of
just
metal.
yeah, just do like a quick Microsoft Paint
Mm. Okay.
sketch or something, or
So if I
send
draw a
some
picture,
ideas over and
so if I draw a picture of Megan Fox in paint, would you do that?
in purple, black and white paint.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Okay, so let's slime and do some laps around. Oh, watch out for the wall. Watch out for the wall.
Did that on purpose. I'm just trying to warm up the tyres.
Yep. So this circuit's it's just the last corner where you need the grip, isn't it? Because the rest of the corners are very slow. I suppose it's the middle section as well. Ooh. Such a tiny little circuit, it's awesome.
No Iberian Raceway circuit thingy.
No. No, I know.
Oh dear, that's a shame. Mounting the curve there. I took way too early in apex there.
You did. You look like you were manhandling that curve.
Oh. Changing down the gear while I'm going so slow and I'm in first gear. Oopsie daisy. I'm waiting for a load of fail fishes to appear on my chat now. Any times for this track?
No, none yet.
What about last season? Did a race around here last season?
No.
Oh.
This is going to be quite an unknown. I'm going to guess for. Let's go sort
Tank Go Boom just gave me a fail fish.
of fail. Epic fail. Oh no. So which is your favourite view? Right.
I normally use bonnet view.
Yeah.
I like the cockpit view, but I just don't think I can drive as accurately or as quick with it.
Really? I find I can't race any view now apart from in car. I just can't get this apex. If I go into bonnet cam, I just hit the apex way too early. And if I go on like the bumper, it's I just don't know. It's not like Forza 2, where that was the only choice. It was like, yeah, bumper, nothing.
So yeah, so any ideas for paints, do send them across, or even if it's just like an image, you see an image and you think, actually, elaborating on this image might be pretty good, then
You know
do
what?
sort of send it over or comment in the forums. I'm missing my gear changes again because I'm talking.
I quite like your background in your Twitch, the trees and stuff.
You think I should have trees on my car?
Yeah, like that background, like misty kind of, you know, woody thing. I don't know. I've been listening to too much of Winterson.
Of who, sorry?
Winterson?
Winterson. Oh, you're obsessed with that band.
They're really good.
They've got a female lead singer, haven't they?
Yes.
Could it be her?
Yeah, I don't know, ideas of paint, something which never has been done.
I'm seeing the paints that I've seen so far. I'm seeing a lot of elaborate colours and then having white backgrounds to them with like a grey outline of like a reflection or something. Don't know if that if any of that made sense at all, but
Mm. So yeah, for the car, how do you find the car around here?
yeah, again, I think maybe a little understeer in the tighter corners.
Mm.
But then again, I did take a lot of air off. But then again, aero is not going to be as effective in tight corners. It's more for quick corners, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a very.
Saying that, they just help you turn into the corner as well if you balance it correctly.
I think I'm going to have to play with the anti-roll bars a lot.
Yeah. And the turning as well.
I think also maybe a lower suspension. Well, no. Just
Woohoo!
drifting around that corner. Tighter circuits. I think a higher ride height is better, isn't it?
Well, for rear-wheel drives, you would want to do the old speed, where you have the front of the car a lot higher than the rear.
Yes.
Yeah. Which makes no sense. Make it like a dragster. Yeah, because that's like really makes real sense in real life. Oh dear, epic fail.
I think this will be my last lap, and then I'll end the stream. I think, or end the stream for Forza. I'll probably be back on in about half an hour. Missed my gear change because I was changing view. So what am I going to get? 101.5. So with a bit of tuning, I could probably get that down into the low 1 minutes. I reckon.
What's that, Simon?
I reckon to Tsukuba, I'm getting low 1 minutes with a bit of tuning. I'm a 101.5.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's the first part of my. I think it's going to be a 9-part series. It might be a 10, depending on if there's any end of season celebrations. Next time we'll be doing the paint, which does take probably about an hour. so,
Ooh.
um, so I'm going to end the stream there, and until probably a bit later on when I'm streaming something different, I shall say goodbye. Goodbye, Duncan,
Goodbye.
and goodbye all the viewers.
Goodbye, viewers.